Have you ever wondered what it's like to live right near Glacier National Park? In this video, we'll take you on a tour of the outskirts of Glacier Park and show you the housing and the different little towns that surround it. So in this video, we are going to tour the Highway 2 corridor that runs between West Glacier and East Glacier, and it's about 60 miles long. And besides going to the Sun Road that goes through the park, this is one of the most scenic drives that you'll ever take in Montana, and it is a regular highway, so it's open all winter, but it does get a little sketchy in the winter. And most of the way on your left, you follow the middle fork of the Flathead River. And then as we come around the corner here, this is one of my favorite spots on this whole drive. That mountain right there that looks like the Matterhorn is actually Mount St. Nicholas, so that's one you'll never forget. But anyway, as we head down the road between West Glacier and East Glacier, there's only one, and again, I don't know if you'd call it a true town. There's some, sporadic hotels and little resorts, but the one little town we're going to tour up here is called Essex. And what makes Essex kind of a town is that it's a huge train station and a main stop for the train that, between East and West Glacier. And it's just a really cool little spot. As you can see, they have old train cars and cabooses around, and there again you can see the river down there, and that's the highway heading east. But as you come into the little town of Essex, there's cabins and houses on the right and left side of the road here. And then you come upon the Issac Walton Inn, which is, again, it's a hotel, train station, historic, and that caboose right there, and some of the other train cars that are sitting around the property, you can actually rent those out and spend the night there. So if you get on the Issac Walton website, you can find out the cost. But yeah, these cars have rooms in them and kind of a cool place to spend the night. The other fun thing to do is we'll take the Amtrak from West Glacier over to Essex, and it's maybe an hour ride, but you can spend the night there, or you can just run over for the day and then go back late at night. There's a little restaurant that overlooks the back part here, and as you can see, the trains go by. One warning I will give you is if you get a room there and spend the night, we've done it in the winter and it was fine because all the windows are closed, but in the summertime, if you're on the back side there, it gets pretty loud. There's a lot of trains that go by there during the middle of the night, so just beware of that. But just a great place to stay. As you can see, that's the front desk. There's a restaurant here, like I said, an indoor part, and then the patio seating for summertime. And there's a main lobby here on the floor, on the ground floor, and then a gift shop. And then as you head downstairs, it's a big game room. There's a piano down there, and a little bar. And just a really cool place, historical building here in Montana. And they have all the old signs from the railroad and old photos from when they were building the railroad. And just one of those places, if you're heading this way, you should check out. And then right after you leave Essex, you go through a small section where you're actually in Glacier Park, where this highway goes through. But again, very small section. There's really no trails or anything that lead off of that part, but kind of an interesting little oddity of the fact that the highway does go through the park right there. And then once you get out of that, you start heading up. It's called Mariah's Pass, and you can see the mountains on your left. Everything on the left side of this drive is in Glacier Park. And once you get to the top of Mariah's Pass, it kind of opens up and you start heading out towards eastern Montana, where there are no more mountains and it gets pretty wide open. But still, until you get to East Glacier, it's very scenic. As you can see here, as you're coming down the hill again, you're looking out to the prairies of eastern Montana. And This is part of the Blackfeet Indian Reservation over here, and as is the town of East Glacier, but just spectacular scenery. And East Glacier is kind of split by the highway. You'll see there's a few bars and restaurants right here along the highway. And we'll come up on the post office here and the one gas station in town. But then most of the main part of the town is on the other side of the railroad tracks. And that has the big lodge for Glacier and also some other stores and, mainly places for tourists and, a lot of little cafes, restaurants, just a lot of little places. This is the main lodge. I'll show it a little closer in a minute here. But once you go past that, you come into the main part of East Glacier. And like I said, hotels, cafes, little gift shops. There's a pretty cool woodworking shop here where the guy makes wooden spoons. And he has thousands of them in this shop. And again, just kind of a unique place. Cool thing to see if you're over in this area. But here's the main lodge over here in East Glacier, and you can get on their website. Again, this one's run by Glacier Park Inc. They run a bunch of hotels around the park, but one of the old historic lodges here at Glacier. And the other neat thing about East Glacier here, and it's part of the lodge, is they have a little 9-hole golf course that is just the scenery at this golf course is unbelievable. There's not, besides Banff, I haven't been to a golf course that has a better backdrop than some of the holes at this place. And as you can see, here's the clubhouse. It's tiny. It's just a little pro shop where you check in.
Thank you for watching our video. Please call, text, or email for more information. And don't forget to watch our other videos about Montana.